This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. The global watch industry, particularly the Swiss sector, has found itself on precarious ground following the announcement of a proposed 39% import tariff by the United States government. If enacted, this policy has the potential to disrupt the long-standing pricing equilibrium between American and European markets. Analysts within the financial sector, including institutions such as Von Tobel, have described the implications of this proposed tariff as nothing short of devastating. In essence, this development could fundamentally alter how Swiss timepieces are sold and priced in the American market, with ripple effects reaching the gray market and beyond. In this video brought to you by the Luxury World, we will investigate how this proposed policy is already influencing retail prices, gray market strategies, and consumer behavior, even before it has taken effect. From shifting online watch market listings to rising gray market premiums and concerns voiced by industry stakeholders, the implications are vast. Brands such as Rolex, Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet, and others may endure the storm due to strong brand equity, but many others, particularly in the mid-luxury tier, face a more uncertain path forward. Make sure to subscribe to Luxury World for exclusive access to upcoming insights, curated content, and expert guidance to help elevate every step of your watch investment journey. Historically, watch collectors and buyers in the United States have enjoyed marginally more favorable pricing when sourcing pieces compared to European counterparts. That trend now appears to be reversing. For the first time in recent memory, listings on international watch platforms show American prices eclipsing European ones for several models. This unexpected reversal raises numerous questions about the short-term and long-term impact of geopolitical policy on consumer luxury goods, especially in the highly volatile world of horology. At the center of the issue is a 39% tariff on Swiss-made goods, including luxury watches, championed by former President Donald Trump. Known for aggressive economic policies, particularly where foreign goods and trade balances are concerned, this announcement caused immediate reverberations across the watch community and retail infrastructure. While the permanence of this tariff remains uncertain, given the historical tendency of policy backpedaling or renegotiation, it has already sparked significant concern and response among watch retailers, collectors, and enthusiasts alike. Retailers within the authorized dealer network, including both large operations and independent boutiques, are bracing for a steep cost increase. For brands such as Rolex, Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet, and Vacheron Constantin, which already command significant premiums and long waitlists, the impact may be muted in terms of demand. Collectors and high-net-worth individuals within this segment tend to absorb such price fluctuations more readily, viewing them as marginal inconveniences rather than deal breakers. A popular saying encapsulates the sentiment: if one has already committed to a $30,000 expenditure, an additional $2,000, $3,000 may not dissuade the purchase. Beyond traditional retail outlets, the gray market is poised to play a critical role in how these changes unfold. Gray market dealers, known for their agility and opportunistic behavior, have already begun adapting to the new landscape. Across social media and marketplaces, sellers have been observed citing the impending tariff as justification for increasing prices, even on inventory purchased before the announcement. Traders on 47th Street in New York and other major hubs have invoked the tariff to rationalize price hikes, whether or not the inventory was directly affected. This maneuver is not unprecedented. The gray market has always demonstrated a high level of responsiveness to perceived threats or changes in supply chains. Whether facing discontinued models, production delays, or regulatory shifts, resellers act swiftly to capitalize on shifting demand and supply metrics. In this case, the tariff has become a new lever to manipulate pricing narratives, with traders warning clients of imminent shortages and higher costs to stimulate immediate purchases. What makes this moment particularly intriguing is the contrast between market conditions in Europe and those in the United States. In regions like Italy, where the author of this report is based, prices have remained relatively flat for several months. Summer typically marks a quieter period for luxury watch sales, and the market had previously stabilized after the correction seen throughout 2024. Without tariff-induced pressures, European markets are less reactive, at least for now. Nevertheless, given the size and influence of the American market, a price increase stateside could eventually ripple across to other global markets as well. From a logistics perspective, the cost of bringing Swiss watches into the United States could become prohibitively expensive if the tariff is enforced in full. A 39% increase in imported goods is not a negligible adjustment. It fundamentally transforms the price point at both wholesale and retail levels. For consumers awaiting call-ups from authorized dealers, perhaps for a Rolex Submariner or a Patek Philippe Nautilus, the cost at the time of pickup may differ dramatically from the expectations set at the time of allocation. It introduces a new layer of unpredictability to an already opaque and exclusive purchasing process. While major players in the luxury sector are likely to weather the storm due to brand strength and consumer loyalty, smaller or newer entrants to the market may face a more existential threat. With thinner margins and less brand cachet to rely upon, these brands could struggle to maintain a U.S. presence or competitiveness. Additionally, American retailers that depend heavily on Swiss imports may find their business models tested, especially if consumers choose to delay or forego purchases due to sticker shock. In response, gray market dealers are reportedly stockpiling popular models before further price escalations set in. Conversations among dealers indicate a scramble for inventory, particularly in stainless steel sports models, which continue to enjoy robust demand. Traders anticipate a sharp uptick in prices and availability constraints, positioning themselves to profit from the chaos. This behavior mirrors past patterns seen during model discontinuities or supply chain disruptions, reinforcing the idea that the gray market thrives on volatility. Currency fluctuation adds another layer of complexity. The US dollar has remained relatively weak compared to the euro, which traditionally would favor American buyers shopping internationally. Ultimately, whether this tariff is enforced, delayed, or rescinded remains to be seen. If past patterns are any guide, the announcement may represent a negotiating tactic rather than a fixed economic policy. Prior episodes have shown similar threats being used as leverage in broader trade discussions, only to be softened or postponed following diplomatic negotiations. Still, the uncertainty itself is sufficient to trigger market reactions, often before any actual legislative changes occur. For those considering a purchase in the current climate, the calculus has changed. With prices already adjusting upward in anticipation of higher import costs, prospective buyers may find that the most opportune moment to act is sooner rather than later. While pricing fluctuations are normal within the luxury watch space, a 39% increase presents an exceptional case that could significantly alter entry points for both collectors and casual buyers. The Swiss watch industry has long represented stability, tradition, and luxury. However, recent developments have demonstrated how quickly external political forces can reshape an industry. The global nature of luxury goods means that changes in one market often cascade into others, especially when the market in question accounts for a substantial share of total sales. What began as a policy proposal may well redefine pricing strategies, distribution networks, and consumer behavior on both sides of the Atlantic. This unfolding scenario is a reminder of the complexities that underlie even the most seemingly straightforward luxury purchase. From retail showrooms to back-alley negotiations, the world of horology is being tested by forces far beyond its traditional boundaries. What are your thoughts on the topic we shared in this video? We would love to hear your perspective. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments and give the video a thumbs up if you found it insightful. Do not forget to follow Luxury World for more curated content on fine timepieces and market insights. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to welcoming you again in our next video.